Hello everyone, I'm Farmer Sim. Welcome back to the Oak Bridge Chronicles down here on Oak Bridge Farm. I hope you're all doing really well and having an awesome day. So, we're picking up pretty much, as I always do, exactly where we left off a couple of weeks ago. The last episode on here that we made before my brief hiatus moving house. Yeah, we've got the big grass field there up on the hill there that we kind of divided up. We mowed and rowed and swathed up and split it in two between a bit of hay and a bit of grass. Now the hay is obviously to go into the TMR mixer in the cow barn, get that sorted for their food, and the grass, we're going to split a bit of the grass up as well. I've got the baler behind me here at the minute, and we're going to go and bale up some grass, just a handful of bales, maybe just one or two of the headlands of the grass section of the field, and that's going to be for our goats, who are happily bouncing away in the field down there, our new additions to the farm. So yeah, we're going to pick up, get a few bales of grass made up, and then that'll keep the goats fed for a wee while anyway. Like I say, I'll just run maybe one or two headlands worth with the baler here, and then we'll get the rest of the grass picked up and stuffed into one of the bunkers and get that covered over and fermenting away. And the hay, of course, will go into the cow barn. So here we are. Let's get this baler unfolded first of all. There we go, I think that's done. Let's get that turned on. Let's get the pickup dropped down. Now, I don't want the hay. I want the grass. And this is going to give me one hay bale. Oh, no, there we go. It's excellent. It's changed over. We've already got... Oh, there we go. We've done one already. Excellent stuff. Nice, that'll do. So, yeah, been looking forward to getting back onto here as well, obviously, with my my relatively brief... dip out of FARMERSIM while I move house, like I said before, and like I said in the last episode on Polanyi that came out on Saturday night. Yeah, just finding my feet again with the game, and yeah, but I'm looking forward to getting back on here. We've got loads to do, but this afternoon, October the 2nd, it's 2:15. I hope this is going to be essentially the rest of this in-game day. We're going to get this job done and jump into November and see where the game takes us from there. Now, as you can see, we're not got a huge amount of money in the bank. We've got £33,841, but we've got just over £170,000 worth of grain in the silo that will come to fruition at the end of the year, beginning of next. December is best sell time for canola, and January is best sell time for the oats. So we'll get all that lot fired off to the relative sell points at that time of year, get as much money as we can for it, and that should bring the bank balance up a few pounds. That's exactly what we need to do, and we'll see where we can go from there. But for now, I think this job is going to take quite a while, to be honest. So I'm going to crack on with this. I'll stick some music behind it and turn it into a bit of a time lapse for you all, and I'll catch you in a wee while when the job's done. Right, there we go. Big job, well done. Just under, sorry, 3 hours work there, getting that field emptied, but empty it is. And as you can see, we are currently just enjoying a spot of beautiful evening compaction here in the silo, in the bunker. We've got just under 290,000 litres of chaff in here, so that's what I kept this big lad aside for. We've got the silo compactor hooked up, we've got the weight on the front combined. This has now got a mass of just over 20 tonnes, so it's the best thing on the farm to do the job, quite frankly, aside from the combine, I suppose, but that'd be a bit daft, wouldn't it? But yeah, we're getting it done nonetheless. 41% compacted at the minute, so it'll take me a little bit of time. But yeah, we did all right out of that. Over in the cow barn, we have now got just under 476,000 litres of hay, which is brilliant. So now, essentially, that cow barn can kind of look after itself now, obviously, with it having the Lely bot to feed the cows for us when they need it. That's pretty much now self-explanatory and self-contained. We can just leave them to it, as it were. Obviously, we're not actually going to leave them to it. We'll keep an eye on them, and we've got to still maintain their straw levels and keep their bedding up to a decent standard. But yeah, we've the big job of feeding them gets done by AI, I suppose, isn't it? Machinery, automation, which is great. Do love a bit of automation. So, on top of that, obviously out of the field, we also got, I essentially ran all 3 headlands that I'd rode up on that field. I baled up the headlands, and we got 27 grass bales, 6,000 litres each. So just behind us there in the bale shed, we've got 162,000 litres of grass. So that's going to be looking after, that's going to be keeping for the goats, essentially. Keep them fed for the near future. And as you may have seen there from the little cinematic that I managed to squeeze together, we dropped a couple of bales off in front of their trough, so they're now all sorted. So hopefully their production levels should increase a little bit now that they've got proper food as opposed to just the meadow. So that's all good. And like I say, obviously we've got just under 290,000 litres of chaff here as well. So once we get this compacted, covered over, this can all be profit. Essentially, we'll take this to the biogas plant and let that burn away in there for us and earn a bit of money from the electricity and the methane, which is brilliant. And of course the digestate, and like I did say a couple of episodes ago, I'm just going to let that the quantity of digestate build up and build up and build up in the biogas plant until we've got a really decent amount, and then probably come next season we'll be able to utilise that for a bit of free fertilizer, save a bit of money on solid and liquid fert eventually, which is great. So but like I said, still got a bit of time ahead of me getting this job done. It's going to take a bit of a while, isn't it? But hey ho, it's all good. It's got to be done. Got to be done. Where are we at now? 65%. See, 20 odd tons of tractor and silo compactor do get the job done relatively quickly. But yeah. Now I did want to give a couple of shout outs as well on in today's video. Very recently, in the last week or so, 2 of my Discord members and friends of the channel, Virtual Farming Life and Welsh Sim Farmer, have both decided to take the plunge and start a bit of YouTube content creation. They've started a channel. Now, Virtual Farming Life has had a channel going for a little bit. He did make a couple of videos going back into FARMERSIM 19 and FARMERSIM 22, but he has now decided to start back in 25 as well. So what I wanted to give them both a shout out, give them both hello. Hiya guys, hope you're well. But a bit of a request for our wonderful farming simulator community. I'd really appreciate it if you could go show them both some love and give them a bit of support, give them a like and a subscribe, and I'll pop the links to both of their channels in the video description below. It's always a big help if we can get new content creators on board and give them a bit of a boost and all that when they're starting off, get the YouTube algorithm working for them. So if it's no trouble for you all, so they have made some cracking videos already. I know Welsh has made a couple already. He's got a series started on Calmlands, and Virtual Farming Life has started a series over on the beautiful map Palanier, sorry. I still keep going back to calling it Palanier, but it's yeah, got to pronounce it correctly, Palanier. So yeah, please do go give them, go show them some support, some love. Give them a sub and get some videos watched, and leave a like on their videos and a comment, of course, if you can. And yeah, let's get them get those channels built up, because yeah, both 2 great guys. And interestingly, actually, Welsh Sim Farmer. Hello, mate. Hope you're good. It was a great experience when we did Llama back in the first part of this year. I was very fortunate to meet up with Welsh Sim Farmer and have a good chat with him over at Lammer. And after a couple of hours of chatting and just getting to know each other, he actually realised that he's been friends and good friends with my my brother-in-law for quite a long time. He's actually worked with him, and they know each other really, really well. And it was one of those crazy moments where two worlds collide, kind of thing. And it was literally the dictionary definition of small world. Couldn't quite believe it that he knows him. He talks to him all the time, and it was like, what, really? So yeah, that was a surprising Venn diagram, that's for sure. But yeah, really quite cool. So anyway, there we go. So yeah, like I say, go give them both some love and support, and get some videos watched. Looking forward to both of their content moving forward into the future. Oh, look at that, 94% already. Goodness me, that's not alright. We'll have this done in no time. That'll do. And then I think what we're on now, it's 10 to 5. Now I know I could run the grass roller in the big field that we've just worked in and emptied, but I think for today we'll call it for today, and I'll go to bed, wake up tomorrow, and see what tomorrow brings. I do have a couple of things in mind, or one at least anyway. I'm going to replace our trailer, the Red Rock grain trailer that we got. Now there's nothing wrong with it whatsoever. There we go, 100% compacted, brilliant. Let's get that lifted up. There we go, folded up. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with it whatsoever, but I'm sure you can all appreciate this, and I'm sure you've all experienced this in the past. When you're playing the game and a new mod comes out and you really like the look of it, it just makes you want to go, I want that, and I'm going to replace part of my farming equipment with that new mod. So what's happened is 4D Modding has released the Smith trailer recently in the last couple of days, and it's a slight increase in capacity on the one we've got. It's going to cost us, when we factor in selling this one, because I think this one currently has a value of about 20 grand, 21 grand, and the new one's going to cost us about 24, 25 grand. But it's a beautiful mod, it's really nice. I've always been a massive fan of 4D Modding's work. It comes in grain trailer and silage trailer format, and it has a lot of options to change, lots of light fitting changes you can add. There's a you know, the usual score with trailers. You've got ladders, you've got a few other attachments that you can add into it. Reasonably well priced as well. So and it is very slightly bigger in capacity. Like I say, I think only by somewhere near about 2,000 litres. So it's not a massive increase, but it's still a mod that I'd very much like to get on board and get on the farm. So that's what we're going to do first thing tomorrow morning when we wake up. We're going to. I have given everything a clean. Let's blanket this silo, actually. There we go. 289888. There we go. Lovely stuff. Let's get that fermenting away. Yeah, just before I started recording this clip, I have given everything a clean off. So I've got the two big tractors out here drying off, given the telehandler a quick clean, and all the implements have had a wash. Even the lime trailer here, the lime spreader, that's had a wash as well. Everything in here, and it's all thanks to the fact that you can pick this, that you can jump into this thing like a vehicle and wander about and move it about and get things clean, so everything's nice and shiny, ready for a start in tomorrow's day, which is all good. So yeah, nice. Right, so that is the bunker silo done and dusted. That really didn't take long at all, did it, quite frankly? This clip I've been recording is just under 9 minutes, and we've got that almost done, so that's brilliant. Oh, it's just the way the light was sitting on that. I thought that bit hadn't been done, but yeah, there we go. Almost 290,000 litres of profit, essentially. So let's drop this silo compactor off just here. That'll do. It's as good a place as any. Just stick it there next to the leveler, of course. Drop it down. Disconnect it. I'm really hoping manual attach makes a return to FARMERSIM 25. I can't wait for that to come back if it does. It's just one of those, I say, little bits of detail that I miss massively from FARMERSIM 22. Not being able to get out my tractor and just manually unattach everything. It's the way it's got to be, hasn't it, ladies and gentlemen, as far as I'm concerned. Right, so that'll do. Let's close the gates for the evening. I'm going to get back home, and I'll pick you up in the morning and start all over again. Morning all, here we are. So while we're down this neck of the woods, let's just have a quick jump over the wall here and have a check on the goats and see how they're doing with their production levels. Morning. There we are. Growing up. There we are. So, I know we need to do this from the menus here, don't we? So, where are we? Excellent. Productivity levels 100%. Excellent stuff. So they're completely full of food, obviously, because we have their trough is currently laden with 2 big bales, so they'll just automatically take from those over the coming days and keep them topped up. What have we got in the way of goat milk here? Now, we're going to be producing bottled goat milk as opposed to creating goat cheese, I feel, purely because bottled goat milk is worth more than goat cheese, I believe. So we're going to be that's what we're going to be turning in the dairy production system that we got over on the other side of the map. But yeah, all things good here so far. Health is at 100%, reproduction rate 20%. Yeah, offspring in, what did that say, 4 months, full of food, almost full of water, and they've still got a load of meadow as well. So that's excellent stuff, doing very well already. Now, of course, as well, in the little linseed field that we have here over to the right, excuse me, we do have some medium-sized weeds growing. So I did mention this a couple of episodes ago, didn't I, that I would like to make the purchase of that weeder, that mechanical weeder, which I still would like to do, but I can't afford to do that right this second. We've only got 37,791 in the bank. I am going to, we're going to replace the trailer, and I will probably have to lease that weeder again just to get this field done, but yeah. We'll be right. We'll be right. It's all good. Let's go check on the cows, see how they're doing. I do love that red light in there. It's pretty cool. But yeah, they're obviously completely topped up. We don't need to worry about these, like I said before. 471,000 of hay, 625,000 of silage, 590,000 of straw. What's their straw bedding like? 29,000 out of 38,000 yet, so they're fine. It's all good here. All good here. Completely. So, what have we got in the way of manure, actually? Quick check on that. 12,000 litres. In fact, what did they say we've got for milk here as well? 6,000 litres, right, okay. 12,000 litres of manure, just under 35,000 litres of slurry. So, yeah. Need to get all that shifted over to the biogas plant, don't we? But first things first, don't need to rush with all that. It's a beautiful day here, November. It's the weather forecast has given sunshine right up until about 6 o'clock this evening. So, that's all good. So we'll have a quick check in the map PDA, actually, very quickly. Have a look at things there. So obviously jobs that we need to do. We've got our big linseed field here, which needs its second coat of fertilizer. We've got both grass fields here, which need a second coat of fertilizer. And we've got this field here as well, which, if I remember correctly, is wheat. Again, the problem with being away from the game for a couple of weeks. I think we've got wheat in this one and barley in this one, haven't we? If we look at the growth, this was a surprising one, actually, when I had a quick look earlier just before, after I woke up. But the grass field here, I wasn't expecting it to have started growing again, but it's at growth stage 2. So that's excellent. All good there. So I was going to run the field roller, obviously, but I'm glad I didn't waste my time, quite frankly. So that's all good. So yeah, everything's looking good so far on the farm. So, like I said, I'm going to go and I'm going to hitch up our Red Rock trailer and go and sell that down at the shop. Pick up our new one. And then possibly rattle back to the shop again. We'll rent that weeder, get the weeds out of that smaller linseed field, and go from there. And then potentially get the sprayer out. We've got just under 174,000 litres of liquid fertilizer over here in our liquid fert silo here next to the main grain silo there. So let me just remind myself of that one. Where are we? Yeah, 173,500 litres there, so we've got plenty. That should cover us for all of our fields. That's all good. So I think we'll hitch up the Massey. No, in fact, we'll jump in the JCB, actually. We'll not use that one today in today's episode, have we? We'll have this one. There we are. Pick up the Red Rock trailer. And go and upgrade that. So, I'll see you down at the shop in a few moments' time. Right, here we go. Welcome everybody to our new Smith Fieldmaster trailer by 4D Modding. I'll post a link to this trailer to his itch.io page in the video description below, of course. for any of you who are interested in it, but it's a gorgeous thing. It really is. It's got loads of animations. Like I said before, loads of options to kit it out with. You've got the little weigh system here. There's loads of things to kit it out with, essentially. Loads of tyre options, colour options. You can have it with or without the ladder, with the cover, with the kind of the step system here, which is that's got a bit of an animation, which I'll show you in a second. But yeah, it's great. And all in all, it's cost me 624 quid when I sold the Red Rock trailer here at the dealership. And we've got an increase in 1,300 litre capacity as well. So not a huge amount, but it's better than nothing. And it's a gorgeous thing, don't you think? So yeah, but I'll show you the couple of the animations it's got. So you can obviously you can open and close the cover, of course, and you've got the noises, and you've also got like the animation as well. You see the little handle there roll over to the side of the trailer and wind it back. You even get a nice little rumble as it's rolling over the empty trailer. Really, really nice. And if you unfold it, you've got this little hatch here at the front there, so you can have a look at your grain levels, your fill levels as you're motoring along, maybe with your cover closed or whatever. But yeah, really, really nice. Love this thing, really do. So anyway, the new trailer, there it is. So we're going to get this back to the farm, and I think what I'm going to do now, I have fast forwarded time till about 9 o'clock because it was just a bit brighter. We're in November now, so the mornings are still quite dark. So I thought, just for the purposes of presentation and a nice bit of sunlight, I've just jumped forward about 45 minutes or so. So we'll get back to the farm, and I think what I'm going to do, we're going to crack on and we're going to fertilise the big linseed field here over to our right. And I think that's what we're going to finish off with today. And for the first time this episode, I think, is the first time we're going to be using our sprayer. So that's going to be cool. So I'll get back to the farm, and I'll see you in a moment or two's time. Right, we've got the sprayer hooked up now. Our Hardy, what's it called actually? Remind myself. Hardy Centura line, the Aeon. Yeah, don't think I've ever used this one before in 25, but yeah. There's the new trailer now sitting in the shed where it lives for now. Now, I know I didn't really need to buy that trailer right now, of course. There was no necessity to spend the money or anything like that or make the change, but it's purely because the mod's just come out. So I kind of just thought it just makes sense, and I'd very much like to get it on the farm ASAP so I can showcase it to you, for those of you who weren't aware of its existence. Now, I'm hoping I should just be able to... There we go, it does work. So, liquid fertilizer. Get this thing filled up. Can't quite remember the capacity of this one yet, so we'll see what it takes. But hopefully we might get the field done in one go. I'm not too sure. It does have quite a decent capacity though, let's be fair. Yeah, we just crossed 50% and we're already at 3,000, 4,000 litres. So yeah, hopefully we'll be able to get it done in one go, but we shall see. Time will tell. 5,200 litres, that's quite a lot, isn't it? Let's be honest. So yeah, we'll see how far this goes. So let's get ourselves spun around and get the linseed up to its best point, which will be fully fertilised. We'll see what the yields... Hey up, hey up, hey up. I forgot I need to open my gates as well. There we go. Get those open. Now, of course, I've jumped in the massive for this one because we are on the row crops, so I don't think it causes crop destruction at this stage of in this growth stage in the game, but still, it's I do like to try and hang on to it as many levels of realism as I can within the confines of my bag of talent anyway. And I know like, for example, earlier on in the episode I picked up the bales with universal auto load. I appreciate that, but that was purely just for time's sake, get the job done quicker. So yeah, I'm not trying to contradict myself there, of course, by saying I'm hanging on to levels of realism and then running around using universal auto load, but yeah, I'm sure you know what I mean. There we are. Now then, let's get this beastie unfolded, shall we? Remind myself of the work width of this thing. I think it is quite a big one. Oh goodness, yeah, it's a whopper this, isn't it? And it's still got one little bit to unfold at the end, I think. Has it? No, that's it. Oh, it's still a big one though, let's be honest. Nice. Good bit of coverage. It'll still take us a little bit of time though, because it is a big field, let's be honest. So yeah, I think we'll start about here. As good a place as any. There we go. Look at that. Lovely stuff. Right, so, you know the score. I'll throw a bit of music behind this, get this job done, and I'll pick you up in a wee while's time. When, where are we at the minute? Yeah, 50%, got a yield bonus of 75% at the minute. Growth stage 3 of 8, so we'll pick that fertilisation level up to 100%. And see where that takes us. So, see you soon. There we go, big job done. Didn't actually take too long, to be fair. It only took us just under an hour to get that done, but now the yields have been brought up to where they should be. As you can see there, yield bonus is 97%. It is actually a bit patchy across the field, which I can understand it if we had precision farming running, because the field would be made up of the different field soil types, you know, silty clay, loamy sand, sandy loam and whatnot, but yeah, there's patches, or there's large patches at 97%, and there are also areas down towards the bottom end of the field there running at about 87% yield bonus, but it is what it is. The job's been done anyway, so fertilisation levels have been brought up to 100%, so that's pretty much this field done with now for the next few months. I love this sprayer. Got to say, it's really good. Runs about 7 miles an hour. We have had to top it up a little bit. I didn't let it run completely empty, but it was quite obvious that I was going to run out at some point, so I filled it up when it was about 20-odd% full. So I haven't actually got a readout on exactly how much liquid fertilizer we've used. I need to go back over to the fertilizer tank over there, see what's left, and I'll be able to figure out exactly what we've used. But like I say, regardless, the job is done. So next episode, we've got these two fields. We've got the barley in front of us here. We've got the wheat across the street there. In fact, let's just jump into the map, PDA, and just remind me. Yeah, the barley's done. That's all right. So we need to do the wheat, and we've got the 2 grass fields to get done to bring them up to their last level of fertilisation. And, of course, we need to lease that weeder again, get rid of those weeds in this smaller linseed field here on the hill by the cow barn. And that's pretty much, that'll be pretty much it for this year, I think. Obviously, we're in November. We're almost at the time for selling the cereal crops that we've got in the silo over there, the oats and the canola. That, I think, if I remember correctly, we're looking around about £170,000 worth of grain in there. So that's going to be a very welcome addition to the bank. It has crept up a few pounds, though, of course, thanks to the BGA. And we've got more to add into that in the future now as well. We've got just under 290,000 litres there in the bunker that we've got in there today, so that's all good. We also do still have some silage bales in the shed as well, which we can throw in there as well, but the capacity of the BGA isn't massive, and I haven't fettled around with that one, so it's running pretty much full all the time for now, so it's all good. So for today's episode, ladies and gentlemen, I think I am going to call it here. Like I said earlier, please do go check out Virtual Farming Life's and Welsh Sim Farmer's new YouTube channels. The links will be in the video description below. They have both made some great videos for their first goes for Farming Simulator 25, so I highly recommend go check them out and obviously do the Farming Simulator community thing. Show them some love, give them a sub and a like, and let's get their channels built up, shall we? That'll be a wonderful thing to have happen. So yeah, like I say, I'm going to call it here for today's episode, guys. So thank you very much for watching. I really do hope you have enjoyed the video and found it a little bit of fun. As always, if you're new to the channel and you like my content, you like the way I'm doing things, please consider hitting that subscribe button and jumping on board, joining the channel. Please give the video a like if you can. It does do wonders, helps the YouTube algorithm do its thing. And as always, there are a host of links in the video description below with my Giants Partner promo code. If any of you are in the market for purchasing Farming Simulator 25 or any of its add-ons and you like the idea of supporting the channel and helping out a creator, as always, I would be massively appreciative. And of course, if any of you are in the market for an online server to play with your mates and you like the idea again of supporting the channel but also like the idea of a 10% reduction in the cost of that server, please consider using my G-Portal affiliate link, which again will be in the video description below. Any help and support there would be also hugely appreciated. So, thanks again for your time, guys. Appreciate it, and I'll see you in the next one.